What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Courtney, and you probably clicked on this video because you want to see how I saved $10,000.
$10,000.
Well, I'm going to tell you. So back in January, about 11 months ago, I went to this competition called IMTA. If you haven't heard of it, definitely look it up. It's called International Model and Talent Association. It's a really cool competition. I was lucky to go to it twice. Once in New York and once in LA, and the last time I went was in LA. So I got a manager from there that wants me to move to LA. Well, how was I supposed to do that when I didn't have any money? I had no game plan. I didn't have a place to stay, a place to work, nothing. So I started planning it out, and I remembered hearing about this $10,000 challenge. I thought I'd give it a try. In the middle of February, I started taking it very seriously and setting myself a goal on how much I wanted to save a week. So let me tell you how you do the challenge, and then I'll tell you my specific ways on what made it easier for me and a little more organized so I could hold myself accountable for it. So the first thing I did was I went and bought a picture box down at Michael's, just like your local craft store, and then inside you fill it with 141 envelopes. So mine, you can see, are all color coordinated and they all have pretty writing on it. But basically you take 141 envelopes and you write 1 to 141 on them. So here's my 1, and at the very end here's my 141. Now what you do is you're going to fill this one envelope with $1, the 2 with $2, 3 with $3, and so on and so forth until you have 141 envelopes done. After that, you will have saved $10,000, and let me tell you,
it is so easy.
Like, you do not know how easy it is until you're doing it. I know a lot of people will put it away and then want to try and get into it, like maybe they need some emergency money. You can't do that. You have to keep it shut. So you can either lick it sealed, or what I like to do, because I knew I was going to want to reuse this, is I like to paper clip them. So after I have $1 in this one, I will just put a paper clip over it and put it back in there. And then a little something extra that I did that personally made it easier to keep track of, because once you start getting it going, you have so many envelopes filled up, it's kind of confusing on where your empty envelopes are. So what I like to do is I kept a money challenge log, and I kept a tracking, like checkmark tracking. So I wrote out 1 to 141, and then after I would fill an envelope, I'd erase that number. And so then it got down to the final ones, and you'd just go in there and find it. Then I also kept, I think I've deleted it now, but basically I kept on your notes logs in your phone, there's like a little check mark thing. So I wrote 1 to 141 on that, and I also checked it off there. So I had to check it off 2 places. I don't know why. You could just do one. It's part of my OCD, but it really helped me. Anyways, so I heard of this challenge when me and my mom and a friend went to see a medium. This challenge is normally used as a fundraising technique for churches and schools and whatnot, whatever you want to fundraise for. And basically they would hand each family or student would choose a envelope, and then you fill that envelope with the amount of money and you bring it back, and then it raises $10,000. And so it's so easy to do by yourself and just put it away so you have that extra money. Or if you're saving for a trip that you want to go on, it's so easy to just save it. Now, I do work as a server right now, and so it is a lot easier to do with just fast cash. Every time I would bring home money, I'd stash it in there and forget about it. And then I would account my budgeting on whatever at the end of the week I had left. So how I did that was I had an end goal date. So I think my end goal date was like the middle of September, which I actually ended up having to push back because I had to take a trip to LA to look at an apartment. So I had to skip 2 weeks. But besides that, from February to September, I calculated how many weeks were in between that, and then I divided $10,000 by how many weeks that is, and you get a number per week that you have to save. And that really helped me to hold myself accountable for that, and it kind of was just like a game. It felt good to work hard and save money, but it was also like, oh, I wonder how much money I'm gonna make this week so I can stash more in there, you know? So it was definitely a fun challenge to do. I finally finished it in early October, and then I moved October 17th to LA with $10,000 in my bank account. It was really fun to go to the bank and open all of the envelopes and then watch them count $10,000, ones and fives and tens and 20s and hundreds. It's really cool to watch. So I wish I would have taken a picture, but I didn't. So that is my $10,000 challenge, or the 141 challenge. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to watch more videos like this, subscribe to my channel down below. I'll link my social media down there as well. And I'll leave my Instagram up there. Subscribe, and I'll see you next time.